Hey everyone, welcome back for another deck concept here at Ding. We went with the ever popular artifact creature deck that's been floating around lately. I'm not sure how tight mine is to other deck concepts out there, but I went with what I like, and I usually don't pay attention to too many other people. Hence why I don't always succeed, right? Um, anyway, let's get into the deck and see what we got. So starting right off, Elspeth's Smite. One casting cost instant. Elspeth's Smite deals 3 damage to target attacking creature or blocking creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Um, red, mono red, obviously, because if you're playing best of one, that's always the elephant in the room. You gotta find a ways to deal with some of their creatures that just get bananas early. And this one would straight out exile a lot of them. For only 1 mana, it was really functional. If you can find something else that's cheap, this is find a replacement. That works, but this seemed to be for me pound to pound the best of what I could find for one casting cost. Final Showdown. This thing is such a buttload of fun. Like this card is so potentially nasty with what it can be done. I'm even looking at deck concepts almost just around it. But anyway, let's break it in here. So Final Showdown. Uh, 1 planes plus for an instant. Spree. +1 mana tap plus the white. All creatures lose all abilities until end of turn. Then another +1 on top of that, generic mana. Choose a creature you control. It gains indestructible until end of turn. And then if you add +3 and 2 other whites, destroy all creatures. Yeah, an instant. It is 6 mana, so that's expensive, but an instant that can destroy creatures, all of them on the board, on your opponent's turn. I haven't had that much fun since Tef was running around in standard. Uh, Casting a sorcery on a opponent's turn is so gross. But anyway, so casting now, uh, another AE on your opponent's turn. You're going to be seeing this one a lot, especially once the other Borg sweeps start rolling out. Um, with the ability also now to, if you just, so 6 mana destroys all creatures, 7 destroys all creatures, but gives one of yours indestructible, so it'll survive. And if you want to be really, unpleasant, sometimes even just making all creatures lose all abilities can save you by neutering your opponent's creatures, right? So this is a really tricky card that I'm only starting to get into, understanding how good it is. But a lot of the times in this case, it was just to destroy all creatures, and then to save your own. And there you go, you just roll right over them. Fabrication Foundry. Um, 1 white, 1 other for artifact. Tap to add white. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability of an artifact source. 2 others and a white and tap. Exile 1 or more other artifacts you control with total mana value of X. Return target artifact card with value mana X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. So it gave mana to virtually everything you got in the deck. Almost everything here is an artifact. Um, and it also has the ability then to pull things from the graveyard should you need recursion. I rarely used its recursion ability. Most times it was just great to have another artifact on the board, which makes everything that this deck does more strong. And it also has the ability to produce mana for 2. 2 to produce mana is cheap by today's standards. Get Lost. 1 white, 1 other. Instant. Destroy target creature, enchantment, and planeswalker. Its controller creates 2 map tokens. The new white standard removal. Yeah, you need 4 of these if you don't have them already. Uh, the ability to kill an enchantment as well as a planeswalker or a creature. It's so versatile. Glass Casket. Another artifact. You wanted things to be able to control the board and be artifacts. And there's not too many that does more than just deal with creatures. Um, there's a 1 casting cost white I used for a little bit, but I found I didn't want to sacrifice my artifacts too often. I would look at that if you were looking for other options. Anyway, so 1 white, 1 other artifact when Glass Casket enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls with mana value 3 or less until Glass Casket leaves the battlefield. Cheap, takes them ready to play. None of that recursion stuff, none of that ability stuff, none of that transforming stuff. Just it's mine now. Oaken Siren. 1 blue, 1 other, flying vigilance, 1/2. Tap, add blue. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability of an artifact source. This was useful for a cheap flyer. It was useful for its vigilance. It's useful for its mana production. Be careful when you're using this card for mana production, though. There are times the deck will use auto tap and won't consider this a source, even though this should be, because it's to produce artifacts, and sometimes you do have other cards that are not artifacts you want to save the mana for. So when you're looking to see what's being paid, make sure if the siren's involved, you'll probably want to tap that ahead of time. Staunch Crewmate. 1 blue, 1 other. Creature pirate, human pirate, 2/1. When Crewmate enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact or pirate card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. This card was great. This card is so useful in a deck with artifacts. It's a 2/1 chump. As soon as it comes into play, it gives you a card back in your hand. So even if it dies right away, you're not losing any cards, but your opponent is. So it almost never failed to produce something useful for me. Braided Net. 1 blue, 2 other artifact. Braided Net enters the battlefield with 3 net counters on it. Tap, remove a net counter from Braided Net. Tap another target non-land permanent. Its activated abilities can't be activated for as long as it remains tapped. Craft with an artifact, 1 blue and 1 other. Turns into Braided Quipu. That has it's an artifact with the ability of 3 blue, tap, draw a card for each artifact you control, then put Braided Quipu in its own library, third from the top. So it recycles itself. Well, that's great. It also has the ability to knowingly tap any permanent. That's also great. 9 times out of 10 it's always a creature. That locking down their biggie or having said the thing that they need to block you is tapped and out of the play. Braided Net was almost never a bad play. And then the Quipu secondary ability to draw cards, that's an ability you can activate during your opponent's turn. So during your opponent's turn, when it comes back to your turn, you can, I've drawn as many as 12 cards. You almost have to sometimes make sure you have enough cards in your deck for the amount of artifacts you can pull at this late game. This card was great. Definitely recommended. And another definitely recommended card, Cryptic Coat. 1 blue, 2 other for an artifact equipment. When Cryptic Coat enters the battlefield, cloak the top card of your library, then attach Cryptic Coat to it. Equipped creatures get +1/+0 and can't be blocked. And then with another ability, 1 blue and 1 other, return Cryptic Coat to its owner's hand, so you can protect itself quite easily. Play smart. Don't tap out if you suspect your opponent is playing mana colors that can take care of artifacts. And this thing is nearly impossible to kill. They'll almost always have to waste a counterspell if you really want to stop it. If not, it's just going to keep pezzing out creatures. And it doesn't really matter what he's flipping over. If it's a creature, you can actually just cast it yourself. But if not, whatever. It's a creature that always comes back. In a sense, it is more clear proof because you could just bring the Cryptic Coat back to your hand. Even if you had someone farewell, this coat just brings back to your hand. The board's clear, you cast the coat again next turn. This thing was a winner all the way around. And then that it can't be blocked. You're just chipping away. So it was definitely great. And it worked amazing with this card. Simulacrum Synthesizer. The MVP of the deck, really. 1 blue, 2 other artifact. When Simulacrum Synthesizer enters the battlefield, scry 2. Whenever another artifact with mana value 3 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. This thing is bananas with the amount of artifacts that are 3 or higher in this deck. And it works great with Cryptic Coat so well because you could just keep flipping them, bring it back to your hand, cast another one, bring it back to your hand, cast another one. If you have a couple synthesizers out there, you're just creating constructs all over the place. You don't really care if your opponent board wipes because you can recover really, really well. That being said, the enemy of this deck is Farewell. Please watch for that card. If you think they're playing it, don't play all your synthesizers. Even one with a little bit of pressure is enough to make them want to tip the apple cart. So watch yourself with that card, but for the most part, Simulacrum synthesizer can just rock. And it does so well because you're putting on so many artifacts already, so that when it does get there and it does start pezzing out artifact constructs, they're gigantic. Assimilation Aegeus. 1 blue, 1 other, 1 white. Artifact equipment. When Assimilation Aegeus enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target creature with Assimilation Aegeus until Assimilation Aegeus leaves the battlefield. Whenever Assimilating Aegeus becomes attached to a creature, for as long as Assimilate Aegeus remains attached to it, that creature becomes a copy of the creature card exiled with Assimilation Aegeus equipped to. Essentially, it's a long way of saying when it comes into play, you put a creature underneath it, exiled, and then that whenever you attach this creature, this equipment to a creature of your own, it becomes a copy of that creature. And it can be very useful if you're taking good creatures too. I only have one in the deck. I think the deck could use two. It was never a bad play. It was always something that went well with the synthesizer, giving me creatures that I could also use to become whatever it is I take of theirs. Um, it pricey for just a creature. Would have been nice if it was a creature and something else that option wise that I could tag or some other small benefit for 3 casting cost artifact. But it does stay on the board. It's an equipment, so enjoy. And then another one of the really good cards, a little expensive, but this card also can get quite bent if your opponent doesn't attend to it. So, Thousand Moons Smithy. 2 white, 2 other, legendary artifact. When TMS enters the battlefield, create a white gnome soldier artifact creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of artifacts and/or creatures you control. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you may tap 5 untapped artifacts and/or creatures you control. If you do, transform 1000 TMS, and then that becomes Barracks of the Thousand, legendary artifact land, tapped at a white. Whenever you cast an artifact or a creature spell using mana produced from Barracks of the Thousandth, create a white gnome soldier artifact creature with this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of artifacts and/or creatures you control. This card, if it becomes a land, and it's quite easy, you get a lot of artifacts in this deck, can just start in itself produce armies. And it's funny, not too many people ever actually took care of it when it became a land, whenever they had creature kill, because we also have other lands that become targets. So this thing will sit out there, and if you're successful enough to get it, yeah, it'll end games. It's just produced 2 egg. This was sort of the secret MVP of the deck. Steel Seraph, 6 casting costs, with a prototype casting cost of 2 white and 1 other for a 3/3. If you pay the full 6, it's a 5/4 flying. At the beginning of your combat turn, target creature you control gains choice of flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn. You slap a lifelink on any one of these just gigantic beasts you produce, you get half your life total back, easy, most times. And many times, if you do it twice, you're already out of reach of your opponents being able to kill you. The Steel Seraph sometimes just came in when you're already beaten down, or it'd be the creature that you'll save when you go to use your final showdown board clear, and then it just starts turning all your other monsters into just nightmares. Many times it would be targeted and taken out just because it is such a momentum turner existing, and then using these things. I mean, you put on the Cryptic Coats creature and it becomes an unblockable whatever you want, right? So great card. I went down to 2 at one point testing, too few. I had 4 many times, but there's other things I wanted to do, so I found 3 a good spot. And our lands. Seat of the Empire times 2, Plains times 5, Islands times 5, Soaring City, Attikar Waste times 3, Deserted Beach times 4, Restless Anchorage times 3, For Me Vault. One of the new cards. So it's a land, tap for a colorless, or 3 tap, discard a card. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest of the bottom of the library in random order. So you'll hold on to a card you don't care about losing. Use this ability if you have a few artifacts or a lot of artifacts, and this will help draw cards, and you can use it on your opponent's ability and your opponent's turn. I didn't use it a lot, but the few times I had, trying to get over through a stall or whatever, yeah, it was great to have. So there you go, guys and girls. This thing is great. It's a really fun deck. If you don't quite like what's there, tweak it a bit to your liking, but this was a pretty solid showing. I did my end cap at 6. I stopped at 8. It's just a great deck, so enjoy it. You should plow through quite a bit with this thing, and then learn to play it well, and you'll do much better than me. Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy your day, and thanks for tuning in. Give us a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Give us a subscribe if you like what we're doing here, and drop me a comment if you want to say hi. Have yourselves a great day, and we'll catch us later. Magic Arena, standard ranked, best of 1. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Lots of land. Cheapish creature, not going first though. Yeesh. Let's see what G14553473473R, lowercase g, lowercase r. Good start. The Oaken Siren, you shall be out. Well, or countered. It is an artifact deck he's got over there, though. So let's get some things out, because we need land. We're hurting. All the options everywhere. Can attack with 1, but not 2. And you are through. Subterranean Schooner. In the future, you shall be tapped. In the future. Let's go with the Cryptic Coat. I like my defense. I can even cast that later. One, 4, 5, 3, 5, 3, 4, 7, 3. Odd name. How generically random. Hello, beef. That's a lot of hurt. Yeah, I got one of those. But you gotta go, Schooner. I'll take the 5, because I gotta get rid of that artifact creature. Tap to be mean. Oh, we gotta hang on for a couple more mana yet. So let's get some more defense out there. Next, we'll keep that glyph tapped for a while. If we can. Should the braided net still be around to tap things? G14553473473R is quite the devious opponent. Legends say. Oof. Things are looking bouncy. I don't care what you care about all the other things that are nasty and mean. Pass. We'll jump in front of the glyph and bring back the coat. Another braid. It's good for slowing things down. Use the Get Lost to kill something else. Blue and black, eh? You Tappa Tappa? And you Tappa Tappa. Come on over. I don't know. I need to get you back to manageable levels, and I don't like this "you can be not blocked" thing. Oh, there you go. Nothing has to be worried about. I guess we'll sit here and clear the board his turn. Hope he casts more creatures. And does all sorts of crazy things. Huh. He popped it off himself. Want to drop more creatures? Thank you. You got another one? No? Anything you got for attacking me? So I'd like to see if we can suck any last bit of juice out of you. Does he have a counter spell? Well, let's do the trick. Instant board clear. Pretty crazy, man. Here, have your siren. How siren-y of you. Out comes the Wrestler. And in comes more of my mana to be committed to my offensive capabilities. And we're just going to sit and see what you do next turn. 14, 55, 34, 73. All the things to do, right? The Fly Boys. One of you gets tapped. That's for certain. I don't care about the 1/1. Not yet. Ow. That doesn't help anything. So we'll decline. We're going to use the flyers here I think in a sec. Keep the mana options available. Still doesn't look nice though, does it? If I can... Well, I can draw a bunch of cards right now, but it only gives me 2 mana free. What do I need the mana for? I don't. I do not. And we're going to have to wait. It is not a pretty looking board out there. Next turn might be alright though. Should we survive it? We knew that was coming. And tapping the 4/4 is what we got to do there. We could be in trouble. Just a little bit. Well, returned it is to the ether. Yeah, I'm not liking my odds here. And they just don't seem to get much better. So, synthesizer. Don't need, do like. But I can't use it with that. That means I can still kill one. And block one. And be done. He's going to return something to my hand. Oh, no, he's not. Protection from blue, protection from black. Well, I guess we'll go with this one. So much not good looking here. Got him. And now he'll just apply to another creature. Makes the flying thing even more flying. Decline this turn. We need to get more things up there. Do I keep my braided net? I do. And get bigger things. Don't have the mana yet. We're gonna start chipping things down here because things are just not looking good over there. I gotta start making him consider about his defensive side of the world. I'll take that. One less creature on me is nice. We're gonna be bouncing that sword back soon, I think. The creature, rather. Oh, that's not a good thing. Not at all. I can still tap it, though. You fly now. Do I have him in for the one? No, I don't even let him in for the one. Too mean. Back to my hand. Sheep Siren's not bad. So we can tap that. We can tap that. We'll try tapping those no's. I can't get rid of that other braided. I can't do it. Right? Just gotta keep lots of stuff out there. The braided's gonna be used on the Surge engine, I think. Coming in with a 10 bone. Making you sweat. That's fine. Because I can cast that again. My turn's not over. If anything, you just gave me more things to put on the ground. You used it a little too early, my friend. Here's where you should have used it. Just at the end of my turn. 14, 55, 34, 73. GR. I think this is the final turn for either of us. At this moment, it doesn't really matter. Let's just get rid of it and tap it now. I like just keeping them there immobile. Thank you. think that's game for you, kind sir. Three card draw difference. He's got 3 in his hand, but he never really got much mana. He dictated the play for a long part of it, but once I started getting that Cryptic Coat going, bringing out my blockers, and my braided nets coming out, I shut you down pretty much. Now you have 2 mana, and I think you're regretting using that card last turn. Let me get my net out again. Oh, GR. Come on, dude. Your options are limited, you know it. And I have 2 ways to block that flyer, should you come up with something tricky. But no, you're just gonna run the clock out. One of those obstinate little players who doesn't like the way things turned. This should be your hint when you want to rope somebody. You probably should make this your last match for a bit. Go for a walk, have a drink of water, watch a TV show, do something to decompress, because ruining other players' experience with game, it reeks of childish. And you made a mistake, so you should be beating yourself up, not me. So I guess I'll just watch you rope yourself to the end. You'll either be a minor child and crater at the end of this, or you'll be a major child and you'll let the rope hit me next turn and then I'll finish it. Yeah, you keep doing it. I'm just going to keep wearing out the time, bud. I need all the practice I can get, apparently. There you go, GR1455343R, and just for extra stank, good game. Now I'm going to sit here and watch you wear your timer out because you're such a peak individual. She be done, buddy. Probably should have taken a break. Maybe played too many card games already. That's why he made that mistake. The mistake that costed him the match. And you're a major child. There you go. Alright, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. 1 down, and let's go find ourselves some more wins. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. See you in a bit. Arena time. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Standard rank, best of 1. A Johnny 33 and myself. And we have a good starting hand. One I am quite willing to throw with. What does our esteemed opponent have today? Blue-white. Curses on curses. Crewmate, activate. We'll take that 1000th moon, thank you. Crewmate gonna get pokey. Poked. Do we do anything else this turn? Let's get that tap out of the way. We got an instant response if we need to, and artifact response should the moment arise. If not, we'll just keep poking him with our crewmate here till he says stop. Just made him blink first, right? That's all we needed to do. Yeah, sure, have him. We'll go with the Cryptic Coat. I don't mind that being a representative of what we've got out there. Since apparently he's not going to be creature heavy, let's get another land in play. Look, well, really, we have more options. So, board clear, he could just use the old get lost or whatever his choice happens to be. Either way, we're sucking up some resources. He didn't like the 2-1, he's not going to like a 3-2 ward 2 hanging around. There we go. Such a angry thing. What do we go for our second option then? I guess the moon? We don't want to use another lockdown on us and have success, so let's put some additional pressure there on him. Apparently we're going to have plenty of creature response. What you got, Ajani 33? Didn't like that Cryptic Coat. Maybe you'll try something to go for that again? No, straight up to populate to kill one creature. Those are the way it rolls. Yeah, I know, right? This coat's just great, man. I just love this thing. So much utility. Back again. So I would like to have kept that card. Right? Just keep getting value. I just sucked a depopulate out of your hand for that. That's value. Paralyzed with options. The old blue-white dilemma. Oh, do you take just a pop to the chops? Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Smithy. 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 To attack with the anchorage. Maybe. He has to be sitting on an Emperor. Yeah, let's just keep pushing this. He doesn't even like one creature attacking him at a time. So we'll stay and keep him in his uncomfort zone. Choices. Tiny choices. Pop. So you're gonna go down to 1 man and giving it to me again, eh? Well, I'll take that. We'll stop there. See ya. Another board clear, maybe? No. He chooses none of the above. Yeah, we're getting there, Smithy. We're getting there. Right now we're being a pesky little fly. Try and get the cat to do something stupid. There we go. Eat it! Well, we'll just bring it back. We'll recast it again anyway. Back in the water. End turn. And who cares about the add card waste? Yeah, I like this. This is fun. You're wasting such an enormous amount on him. Maybe we'll try and get to steal Seraph out next turn or something. 'Cause I don't want to lose that. 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 'Cause I could have done something with the anchorage, but it would tap me out. And I like being flexible. 4/4. But you want some mana? He has 2 white. Oh, whatever. Those are things for him to think about. Not yet. I wonder how much that hurts him to do that. Open Siren. Activate. See you. Playing the old chip game. Deluge on, my friend. Deluge on. I could. If he taps out, I might activate the smithy. Well, should he not do anything to my permanents? Nah, he's not tapping out, so we'll just continue on with the dream. No, not yet. I decline your generous offer. I am going to come over there and poke for more, though. It's good. Maybe I should start making an extra card a turn, but I don't want to get the cloak countered either, or coat countered. A little Jace.
I'll take note of all your failures.
I don't like you, Jace. Milled away, eh? Yes, he is to everything. Maybe we'll try and finish him off with the anchorage. I would like to see him tap more, though. But, I mean, that would be the sign of a bad player. Or one that just is conceding because I've cornered him. Patient game. Alright, let's head off to the next match, and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Later. Welcome back. Thanks for joining for us next match in our artifact playtest. We have 2 mana and a couple options. I agree. Get that tap land out of the way. Get our crewmate down next turn. From there, it's let's hope we are not mana hindered. Another crewmate, I guess. I like that. Oh, look at that. I'm up against one similar to my own. Excuse me. Casket will be useful. Away we go. Wishing we had that elusive 3rd mana. Well, we have some options. He's got a lot. 4 mana for an artifact. No, he chooses not to do it. But he's got blue now, right? So we've got a lot of options over there. Straight out shooting it. Well, there's no counters for a artifact, so we'll just pull this out now. Get ourselves a land for next turn. We have a fair amount of good options down there already, so and getting that synthesizer out early, as long as it doesn't get destroyed now. but he's dropped an artifact if he wants to play that. Oh, hello, Urza. Can't say I like seeing you. Can't say I'm gonna miss you. Goodbye, Urza. Off we go. Just reeks a trap, doesn't it? He'll take the poke, and I'll drop the coat. Now, what is your response? Arhabaki. Destroy everything. 2 or less. Hello there, Thran Spider. I see you. Yeah, that coach's gotta go if I were you. That plus the synthesizer, just a buttload of nope. Yeah, well, we should solve that problem. But now you have some more. What now, kind sir? Suppose you can turn that into a creature. That is actually a very powerful creature at that. But thankfully I have things to attack with. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess straight up 5. And we're attacking. That's just what we're gonna do now. Most sad. Do you have any other tricks? I will gladly take that pesky thing. Now that it's gone, I don't want to go too crazy just yet. Well, we'll go with a braided net. Give me that tap ability and put something fat down there. Hold some back for the potential farewell. Hello, Urza. Though very minimal, that chance, I suspect. Draw your cards, tap yourself out. So what goes first? Oh, Siren. Does he have an unsummon, eh? That's a good question. So let's just tap you, Spider. Yeah, oh yeah, I want dear Urza. If any will block, I suspect he won't though. He's got that super combo already locked up there. I knew you had one of those. The destructor won't matter to anything. So we're gonna go here, do this, because that's a sorcery it has to be done at, right? Not yet, sir. Take out Lurza's little ability for this turn, thank you. Slow you down for one turn at least. We're going to be getting our coke going again here soon. But he is going to come out with it. I don't think there's a way I had that can stop him. But at least I'm going to make it difficult for him. He's going away next turn. It's not going to matter. Get more in the anchorage. Another braided net's not bad either. Alright, Ursa, do your thing. Such a powerful planeswalker. When it's earned, we can get that out and still manage to keep around until then. Not sure what he's going to do this turn though. Oh, land permanent. Oh, there goes my synthesizer. Gonna do it again. Such a good card. But I am going to hit you really hard. You know that, right? That better be a wonder card in your hand. You just keep thinking. Arathagaki. Going for the life gain. Blood on the ground. That's a good play, and it gets him back out there, right? But you're only going to run into so many options. And I can't do much to him right now. Oh, you stop that. You know what I meant. But we gotta slow him down some. It's an incredibly powerful card.
You've made a critical error.
Alright. Now what do you have for options? You just top deck whatever it is you needed. I do not hope.
No use for you. Victory.
Discard the land. What he's been holding on to. Do you have another board clear? The fate of almost all of them as usual. Or info. Oh, what am I doing? I already have one. I've done that before too. It's such a new move. Well, we're in the business to hurt you very much, Urza. Such a powerful card. Such a powerful card.
Disaster befalls this world.
Back we go. Kick it back out again. Goodbye, Siren. You served well. And I'll enjoy drawing your cards when I'm given the opportunity. Another weak stone. Hey, draw 2 more cards, I say. Arathobaki. Playing well at least. Not being slow or anything. Seems to be playing honestly. Nice way to keep drawing some cards, huh? He's looking. Board clear, probably. Definitely don't want to see that Urza again. Do you go away? It does. Tap to like that. Well, now. I'd like to get them a little more powerful. That's just a bait card, the Cryptic. No went. Huh. In we go. He must have a board clear card in his hand now. So do we sit and wait? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna draw a mess of cards. Hopefully don't deck myself. Get us set up for another big session of draining his resources. Another board clear again. Masterful. Let's draw some cards. And yeah, see ya. I still have a Plick. Plick and just a mess of cards. Hello again. Do 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 do. Hello again. Do do do. What do you have for options to stop me? Yeah, that's fine. Couldn't attack this turn anyway. We like our nets. We throw a mess of cards here. Yeah, we don't need to get crazy, maybe. Just making sure that if he doesn't get another board clear, his game's over. Sia is lands. The back eight. What do you got out of those three cards? You got. I mean, you need another board clear. He's looking. Good to see a counterspell go. Breaks my heart. Zone braided net. You're gonna need a lot of nets. Yeah, not enough nets. Recovered from what, 3 board clears there? Let's try some more. See you guys in a bit. Later. Welcome back for some more Magic Arena standard ranked best of one. I like going first, I like having things to cast soon, and I like having land. I like this hand. Plains it right away. And see what Dr. Chimi has for me today. Tap land. Survey. Black white. Nothing. Well, I'll accept that. No, I like the Foundry because the Foundry will enable us to cast something in the third turn. Even if we don't draw land. Though we are hoping to. Hello, freebooter. Hey, freeboot. Hey, card I like to see. Hey, please don't get rid of it. Yes, I like that as well. Though, no, I like the land more right now. Need more land so I can smite things. Or make them get lost. Hit me. Oh, good, he didn't do anything. Now I'm almost freaked out by that. But for now, let's get the old Cryptic Coat going. Making it hard on the mana. Your turn. Freeboard's going to try a suicidal attack. Instead, gets removed from game. Exit stays left. Alright. So one he will be blocked, and one he will not. Unless I braid it. You, tap yourself, please. Engage, guys. Alright. Alright. Novice Inspector. Gonna become a street pizza here in a second. Okay.
Dispelling phantasms makes me feel good. The killer can't silence everyone.
Alright. Well, let's get lots of things to tap then. First thing. More mana, please. Now things to tap. Now we tap things. You. And you. And we end this game right now. Three land wins. Don't see those too often. Alright. That was a nice test. Let's try some more. See you guys soon. Hello. Thanks for joining us here at Ding. Another round of Magic Arena standard ranked best of one. I like going first in this situation. We got plenty of options for us. So we'll start with playing an island and maybe look towards the casket depending on their first turn play or the crewmate for our second turn. And then we'll click things and see what they do. No more of that, eh? I do like that. We'll probably play that next turn. Unless they pressure us. The net I like, the coat I like. Oh my gosh. The net, I guess. The coat cycling, but we got lots of those. Those nets are very valuable for later game. Card draw. And I did like that coat. Hey, kitty cat. Oh, what a nice laser kitty cat. My kitty cat likes shiny things. Well, let's see if we can get the 2 damage in. There we go. Had to be a target in there somewhere, right? I mean, drawing that's better than having an attack or something like that, right? So we'll get this out for the extra land because we want that thing. And even better, we can do it on nice and cheap. I should put the artifact out. Oh, learning to play this game and me, a constant struggle. You're playing against a mentally laxing person, virtual self. Rated net, start that off. In case they have any kind of harsh, hasty kind of creatures. And if I have to need the mana, then they'll be it. Oh, come now. Use that deep. Thank you. Or are you just busy reading? Yeah, it could be a 2, right? Your turn. Virtue of loyalty. I will enjoy taking that enchantment from you if I ever get a chance. If not, destroying it would be nice too. But for now, what do you have planned, sir? Playing during my turn. I'll be taking that mastermind, thank you. Maybe. Looks like this guy's got a lot of options. Doesn't really matter which one hits us, so we'll take that first. War clear just got a lot more important. For now, though, let's just take him the old-fashioned way. See, in a way, though, we take that and we lose it, but this gives him too much card draw potential. And that is just rule number 1 in this game. If someone has card draw potential, don't let them have it. The way I look at it, an extra card is an extra turn. Since you only get 1 card a turn. Well, that's all I had for a turn. Alright. Save what's in your hand. I gotcha. I'll bring out my staunch crewmate then. It is this counterspell we were waiting for. So what do we have for last option then? We're slowly taking all those cards out of your hands, man. In the tank he goes. Lots of artifacts now, so that braided net will start paying off when we use it. Well, depending on what virtual self does. Oh. Paralyzed with thought, eh? Or paralyzed with trollness? No. Paralyzed with indecision, maybe? Well, let it go. I'm pleased with that. So let's say your go. Sackatoon. Yeah, I guess. How about him? Choices made. 0. Oh my god, he's getting it all. So we can bring up the smithy, or activate the smithy rather. Dust everything on the ground. And then go back to his turn. He has nothing in his hand, so... Alright. Let's start fresh. Oops, nothing. I, on the other hand, though, am going to get great health. I like you. You can go to the back. All right. Boom. Yeah, that seemed to be a good position. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it worked out all right, despite my lapses of memory. Thanks for catching this match, guys. We'll probably do the end cap of the next one. So see you in a few seconds. Welcome back for another match of standard ranked best of one. That is not a terrible start. We do got a turn 2 and a couple turn 3s. Cryptic Code is good to get out early. So I do like this. Get the tap land out of the way. Player is landed next turn. Drop a Foundry. See what they're up to. Brawler. Well, you're going to be something we're just going to take. Because that is piece of nasty. That guy out of control. And that's the kind of deck your old base run. Everything you play is going to be nasty. Final Showdown, your value just increased. Well, since he didn't play a creature, we're safe to play a synthesizer. I don't mind another one of those. You know what? Yeah. We're up against a creature deck. It's not going to hurt to have those in hand. Duelist. Hit me. My turn. Get the Foundry out, so we're only actually paying 1 mana. Get the Aegeus out, and take anything that helps him draw cards. Oh, and make a beast. Oh yeah. Good card. You won't be throwing your Brawler into the meat grinder though. It's a poor return. He is. Ooh, I like the deliciousness of your aggressive nature. I'm going to just eat you alive. That is not worth 1 damage. Nice coat. Actually, what are you? A braided gnat. Yeah, why not? Engage. End turn. We're not playing that card. We want to keep some anti-creature options for their supposed comeback. Let's crush their hopes before they realize they've had them to lose. Oh, you're so nice, sweet, sweet casket. Hi, 1000th Moon. Come with me, please. Next turn, maybe. Or maybe at the end of turn. Oh. Well. I guess we don't have to plan for their next turns, do we? The deck's solid. Really solid. Farewell is a real kick in the pants though, so play around that. Anyway, guys, that's it in a nutshell, as I say. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for making it to the end. I took a little while on this one because I actually had 2 other deck concepts. I just can't make them work. I'm trying to get them going, and they're not producing the results that I want. So I won't put those out until I can tune them enough. And then summer stuff, the end of school year, and all that jazz. So thanks for catching everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed this deck. I think this deck has the possibility to go very far if you want to fine tune it a bit. What I say in the recap in the beginning of the video, well, you know, all of that stuff is just from experience. So you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next in the concept video we come up with next time. Have a good one. Later. Hello, everyone. More Magic Arena. We got a 2 casting cost and lots of 3s. Something tells me Bottleneck is in my future. But if the Siren doesn't die... Oh, if only we're going first, eh? Everybody's playing very creature-heavy anti-creature decks. Well, we're going to try anyway. Because we like beating our heads against the wall. Hello, Pilgrim. Crewmate. Activate. Form of Cryptic Coat, because we need more. We're just happy we got the 3rd land. We can ramp right into what we need now. Yes, Thane, I will absolutely 1000% block the Pilgrim. It'd be a foolish trade for him. And Mama didn't raise no foo, says Nick. I'm still going to hang back, though. Potential 5-mana next turn. If we draw one. But that doesn't really matter since all we have is 3s. What you going to kill, Mr. Nick? What you going to not do anything, Mr. Nick? Huh. Well, let's get that braided net out there now. I like things that stay tapped. Shouldn't have used that. Why didn't... Yeah, I never see that the prioritization with this deck. Beware of that. It will often not choose your creature mana, assuming that you want to attack, which, you know, is a fair assumption. But you playing that could be a problem. In this case, I would have been able to cast both the Braided Net and the Crewmate had I been able to tap the Siren, and I never thought about tapping the Siren. 2 cards to you, Nick. Getting his land. It's a nice looking swamp. It's hard to find. Once I found the John Avon ones, and I found those really early on when I started playing. Back when Questing Beast was first coming to the scene. You're free to attack with Thane if you want. My turn. Oh, yay. Well, let's start getting some opposition out there that can leave some impression on them. Though it would be better if we could find our synthesizer. La 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 la. La 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 la. And you see it coming. How does that make you feel? That can't be a good feeling. I'm going to tap you, synthesize, maybe even put out a Braided Net again. And then we're gonna push. I got chump blockers for days apparently, so you gotta be holding something back there, don't you, Nick? Can't be all mana. Oh, I don't really know what he's got going. Is it a Legends deck maybe? Should I be expecting my Rafine out here soon? Like, I'm even letting him attack if he wants. Fair enough. Boogie on. You know, I like that. Actually, I like them both. We won't need this as much, so we'll go with that first time. I like them both. Come with me, Punisher. I don't like cards I can cast twice. Yeah, over we go. The old unblockable. Hey, how you doing? Final Showdown is not something I like to see hidden. It is a great card to protect your creatures, as well as decimate the board, should you need to. The old pull the pin and away it goes. Hello, Mayor. You are a good card as well. I suspect many tokens in my future. Let's start using this though. We got some cards to start planning out to draw. I wonder, does that really work? Would that do that for me? Huh. I guess it does. Look at me learning. You and you, and even you, and you. Yeah, why not? You don't have much of a defense there, do you? Forced into it. Oh, profiteering mayor. You complicate life. I think we can handle it. You're killing them. You're killing your own creature. There's nothing I can do about it, so says. See yas. I want you to force the mayor into dying. But actually, I'm probably just gonna win, I would suspect. Just keeps going and going. Yeah, you. There we go. Loads of unhappiness for Nick. Thanks for watching, everyone. Nice little bonus match to tag on to things. And we'll catch us on the next one. See ya. Lei. Hi everyone. More Magic Arena time. Standard ranked best of 1. I will accept this start. I like the casket, I like the foundry, I like the net. The smithies are a nice treat too if we can get there without having them being endangered. Hello, beach. Oh no. All the plans. Ashes. Like red ashes in my mouth. Well, we're gonna get that out right away instead. Get the tap out of the way, that's mandatory, and play that on turn 3 now. Nothing. Ooh, did not expect that. Well, chump block it is. And I guess draw another crewmate. Get the braided net out there would be nice. Glass casketing things would be nice. Well, oh yeah, I was gonna say, I'll gladly block it. I don't know why I do that to myself. Stay here. I should have cast the foundry and then cast the casket. Hello, performer. Getting it right this time. No, for now. I need some big pieces of beef out there to combat whatever Lili is going to give us. Sure. Still even block him. But he's not gonna, you know, he'll be too big. My crewmate is best saved for something that's not so tramply. Well, there we go, see? No, come on in. We knew it was coming. You're not surprising us, Lili. You're not surprising us. Oh, look at that. For all your fancy schmancy, this is all you are at. Captive to a braided net. Yeah, do it again, man. Boots filled and all of that. You're not going to keep wasting cards and keeping up with what I have in my hand, or you're going to keep making them untargetable. Although I could be dead by the way things are going. Look at this going. You know I'm blocking. I don't care about it dying. I care about living. Can I get away with that? Looks like I can. I can kill things. Or you just drop this for another big beast. But I'd rather say that for the coat. So, crewmate first, see what our future is, save the get lost. No, actually probably use the get lost right now. Because he seems to have a lot of high untargetable crap. Stop that. No. Oh. I guess he didn't know what was coming next turn. I was looking forward to it. Let's check out another match. Catch his next one. Later.